We are reading today in the text, chapter 23, The War Against Yourself. And we are in the introduction, paragraph 5. Let us not let littleness lead God's Son into temptation. His glory is beyond it, measureless and timeless as eternity. Do not let time intrude upon your sight of him. Leave him not frightened and alone in his temptation, but help him rise above it and perceive the light of which he is a part. Your innocence will light the way to his, and so is yours protected and kept in your awareness. For who can know his glory and perceive the little and the weak about him? Who can walk trembling in a fearful world and realize that heaven's glory shines on him? Nothing around you but is part of you. Look on it lovingly and see the light of heaven in it. So will you come to understand all that is given you. In kind forgiveness will the world sparkle and shine. I'm going to pause here and say, isn't that a beautiful thought? In kind forgiveness will the world sparkle and shine. It's like Course in Miracles is teaching us how to see the real world, because right now we're only seeing the world of man. In kind forgiveness will the world sparkle and shine, and everything you once thought sinful now will be reinterpreted as part of heaven. How beautiful is it to walk clean and redeemed and happy through a world in bitter need of the redemption that your innocence bestows upon it. What can you value more than this? For here is your salvation and your freedom, and it must be complete if you would recognize it. How beautiful is it to walk clean and redeemed and happy through a world in bitter need of the redemption that your innocence bestows upon it. You, beloved. That's you. It's describing you. Beautiful, clean, and redeemed, and happy. That is your true self. It's interesting that the text refers to littleness. That little part of us. For who can know his glory and perceive the little and the weak about him? When we're in fear, we're experiencing that little part, that small part, the part that is controlled by the world, that isn't sovereign, that doesn't realize how powerful it is. But I really appreciate how the Course doesn't beat down that small part. It lifts it up. Leave him not frightened and alone. Help him rise above it. So when we have these little fearful parts, protective parts, these parts of us that are uncertain or afraid, we don't need to beat them down. We can help them rise above it and perceive the light of which he is a part. And in doing this, we integrate. We integrate those human aspects with our eternal truth of who we are. Nothing around you but is part of you. Look on it lovingly and see the light of heaven in it. So will you come to understand all that is given you. What a beautiful promise. We're going to be gentle with ourselves. We're going to be kind to ourselves. We're going to be compassionate to ourselves, because peace begins with me. Love begins with me. Mercy begins with me. As you choose mercy and redemption and joy for your own beautiful soul, you will find yourself effortlessly spreading that to the people around you. There is nothing that is more loving and kind than to choose love from the inside out. And ultimately, it's the only thing that works. In A Course in Miracles, it talks about how you can't go around thinking that you're evil and bad and not see that in everyone. And by the same token, you can't see the beauty in yourself and not see it in everyone else. Thank you so much for being here and doing this work. You are so beautiful. Thank you. I'll see you soon. Mwah.